Time for your dynamic warm-up. This block is going to be 5 minutes of work with 5 exercises. All you're going to need is a yoga mat for this one. Ready to get to work, D?
Let's get warmed up.
All right, we're going to start with 1 minute of a cobra swing. You're going to lay down flat on your mat. You're going to start with your feet about hip width apart, those toes anchored to the ground. As you can see, Dee is placing her hands on the small of her back, shoulders nice and tall. You're gonna raise that chest off the ground, full extension with the arms to reach out in front of you, back to the small of your back. This is gonna work your shoulders as well as your lower back and core. Options here, you can always reduce your range of motion. Next up, we've got 30 seconds per side of a T-spine rotation. Dee has her hands stacked underneath her shoulders, knees stacked underneath the hips. Placing one hand behind the ear, elbow nice and wide. We're gonna rotate at the midsection.
Okay, I love you guys, but I can't listen to him for as long as it's going to take him to get through this. T-spine rotation, dynamic ankle mobilization. So take it into a downward facing dog with the right ankle crossed behind the left. Straighten the legs and drop it down. We don't have to drop the head all the way between the biceps, but get a good stretch through the calf. We'll go 30 seconds, I'll tell you, and we'll switch sides. Isometric bird dog hold. You're going to extend out through the left arm and the right leg, pulling the belly button to the spine. I'd rather her left butt cheek be a little flatter. See, Amanda, talk about keeping those hips level. I know what you're talking about. 30 seconds on one side, we'll let go, and we'll go 30 seconds on the other side. Last but not least, we're going to go bear plank with alternating shoulder tap. Finding ourselves in our all fours position, we tuck the toes under, lift the knees up off the ground, and we are taking it side to side. It doesn't need to be quick. Holding that plank will help get our heart rate up no matter what. 1 round through, 5 minutes total here in our warm up. Let's get into that cobra swing. Down on your tummies, hands start on the small of your back in 3, 2, 1, begin. So again, in that cobra swing, we're only going to lower down when those hands are on the lower back. We got about 15 seconds. 10, and we'll take it into that all fours to start our T-spine rotation. And 2, 1, all fours. Placing one hand behind the head, knees stacked directly underneath those hips. We're going to find ourselves rotating open and closed with control. It's not about moving the hips. They're going to stay stable. So all about opening from the shoulder blades all the way down to the middle of the lower back. Got just about 5, 2, 1, and switch sides. That's halfway through. In just about 15, we'll take it into that ankle mobilization. 5 seconds. And cross one ankle over the other, doesn't matter which. Lifting up on that toe, we press it back. You should feel stretched through that stabilized or that foot upon the ground. Again, we don't have to shift all the way back to a down dog. In 2, 1, and switch legs. So again, we can come down to that all fours, just cross the other ankle over, and lift and lower. Halfway, and we'll come into that bird dog hold. And about 5. And bird dog hold, doesn't matter, right arm and left leg or left arm and right leg. We're gonna hold it. I'm not gonna lie, the muscles that hold up the right arm are the same ones that you use in paddleboarding. I didn't know they were so, well, I did, you know, book education knew there were so many muscles up there, but man, they are tiny and they burn 10 seconds. Belly button in. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. So what I want you guys to think about here on this other side is keeping the weight and the hip down. So if your right leg is extended, then that means your left hip is on top of your left knee. Do not sit to the left-hand side. Take a peek and make sure everything's in one good line. Press out through the heel. You got 10 seconds. Grow longer through the spine. We got 5. We're going to that bear plank shoulder tap in 2, 1, and find that plank. If you need to, guys, knees down. We can still get here and get warm. We can find that kneeling plank and come here. But if you got it, toes up off the ground and press. Oh, paddleboarding. The new things I do. Okay, we have just about 30 seconds. We're gonna push it through. This is the warm up, we can handle it. If you need to, bring those knees down. If you need to, slow down that pace. Pull your tummy tight. We got 15. In 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, I'm glad there's only 1 round of those. Not gonna lie, I'm aware of that shoulder today. Good thing that block number 2 starts with power jacks. So we're gonna start a 9-minute block here. We got 4 exercises. First 2 are 1 minute, second 2 are gonna be 30-second efforts. Power jack, opening, closing the feet, pressing the weight above the head. Drive it up. Deadlift to low row, also a minute. So roll the shoulders back and down, set positioned through those hips, through those shoulders. Weights come all the way down to the shins, pull the elbows in, stand it up tall. Find yourself flat back, belly button engaged to the spine. After 1 minute, we're then gonna take it into a 3-step lateral sprint. I'm so good at these. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, oh, there we go. There's the knee. Squeeze, squeeze, and squeeze. So once we get through those, hammer curl to front squat. Again, those double medium weights, pull the weight up to the chest, palms face towards one another, and then we take it back down. So again, hammer curl to front squat, 30 seconds. We'll then repeat. It doesn't look like there's any rest in between, so it might be 9 minutes solid work. So let's pace ourselves on those 2 1-minute efforts. And begin. Power jacks. Again, if you cannot step, or jump, go ahead and step, that's fine. If you have trouble with your shoulder, we can always take it into a front jack instead. I won't tell anyone. Keep it burning, there you go. If we need to, we can let go of that weight completely. Find whatever works best for us today. Challenging, but doable, even if it's a 4-pound weight. Halfway. Come on, we got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Deadlift to low row. So, grabbing those double dumbbells, hinge it over, hands into the rib cage, lower it down with control and stand it up. Hinge it over as far as possible for your body today, while keeping those weights in control and being able to perform that row. I promise there'll be more times to get our heart rate up. We don't have to do it during the deadlift. More than halfway through, then we'll move into that lateral sprint with a triple step. Nice, team, nice. 5 seconds, we go cardio. In 2, 1, and let's move it. Come on, take into that step. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Use those arms, get a little bit extra pumping there. Pushing off the baby toe side of the foot, landing soft on the ball as well as the heel. It's only 30 seconds, we're so close. We're gonna grab those weights, we're gonna go hammer curl. In 2, 1, hammer curl it up, squat it down. You got this. It's only 30 seconds. So again, you better use this 30 seconds to catch your breath because we're going to go straight into those power jacks. In 2, 1, push it up, push it up. Come on. You know, I take you forever to transition. Don't be like Mel today. Nice, guys, halfway. Come on, those heart rates should be going up. Anytime we put our hands above our head, our heart rate's gonna naturally go up because then we have to pump blood against gravity. So using those arms gives us that little extra cardiovascular pump. Deadlift to low row. 3, 2, 1, switch it up. Right into it. We're working on strong hamstrings and sexy backs. Pinch at the top. You guys know how to use tempo. We're working hard, but we're catching our breath halfway through. Don't let those weights swing away from the body. Keep them close here on our low row, as well as on our deadlift. We got just about 15. Five, and we're going triple step. And step it, step it, step it. It's only 30 seconds, guys. You don't have a whole lot of time in between. Come on. Pick up that pace. You got 15. Last 5. Sun's out, guns out, bicep curls, let's go. Remember, hammer curl, the palms are gonna face one another. A little bit different a grip, hitting those muscles in a little more functional a manner, as opposed to those show muscles that we hit in that rotational bicep curl. There you go, there you go. I know I'm tired too, but we're fighting it. We got 3 seconds. We're going to that last round of power jacks. Begin. Come on, guys, come on. No holding back. Again, we can't jump, so be it. If we can't press that heavy weight, drop it down, or even let go of it completely. Come on, team, come on. Thirty seconds. Final 15 of power jacks. We're going to those deadlifts. In 10, hot damn. Catch your breath, deadlift, low row. Double dumbbells, hinge it over. Squeeze at the top. Again, pause with those elbows trying to touch, and then release it out against gravity. Fight for your strength. So breathing pattern on the deadlift. Inhale as we lower it down for 3 slow counts. Exhale, power those weights into the armpits. Inhale, slow, lower the weights back towards the shins. Exhale, power the hips up with that breath. Again, inhale, slow. Exhale, weights in. Inhale, weights long. Exhale, up quick in 2, 1. Let's take that triple step. Last time we're doing it, only 30 seconds. We don't want to waste this 30 seconds. We showed up this morning to earn some squat points. So this is how we do it. There you go. There you go. Nice, man. Nice, Carrie. We're going double dumbbells. We're going front squats. Begin. Come on, guys. Come on. Last time with them. Make your tank top proud. More than halfway through. Then we're moving on to block number 2. There's only 3 blocks today. We're gonna burn through it like grease lightning. In 2, 1, and done. Should probably double check that before I really say it. Yeah, only 3 blocks. So block number 2, 12 minutes long. But we're working here on rep count. It's gonna be a little more endurance kind of concept. We're repeating these 6 exercises until time is done. We're gonna start here with a hip bridge, driving those hips up to the sky. Feet are hip distance apart. We got 15 reps. Pop jacks, not on the supboard. We're gonna take it, driving those feet forward, place the hands with the feet. Do you notice that he kind of made it one fluid motion? Let's do your bestest. If we need to, we can always step it instead. Then we're gonna find ourselves static lunges. Take it open, wide split. Find that 90-90, shoulders in the set position, belly button and tailbone tucked underneath. We're then gonna find ourselves into a frogger. That lunges 10 on each leg. Toes out, explode up. If we're feeling a little less hoppy today, we come up onto those tippy toes instead. Sumo squat. Now no jump. Feet are a little wider. Pause at the bottom. Speed skaters. Driving it 1 foot to the other. 20 total repetitions. 10 to each if we need to. We just take it into a big step. Anyone have any questions here about our 12.5-minute block? Let's get after it in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Hip bridges. If you're feeling spicy and you want to put something on your hips, I won't argue. Just like if you need something for that sumo squat, I'll turn to blind eye. But make sure you can still get through all 15 repetitions with whatever you pick up. So it may not be the fastest moving block, but we're thinking about breaking exercises down. We're going strength / endurance, and then we are going power / endurance. Think about it on each and every time we come into here. The combination of these exercises, there's a reason for it. So I did a ridiculously heavy leg day on Monday. I don't think I've recovered. These lunges are the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Ooh, Nelly. That's what you get, Mel. That's what you get. Nice job, everybody. Nice job. It's amazing that, to me, with lunges, how one side can be the worst thing you've ever done, and the other side feels so easy. Whew. On the sumo squats, make sure the knees are following the line of the toes. Don't let the knees point forward while the toes point out. Oh, speed skaters. There you go. Just about 5 minutes down out of this 12-minute block. Longest block of the day. The only one where we're counting reps. Keep it up, guys. We should be able to get it at least 2 times through without a problem. Some of us may even find them 3 times all the way through. Remember, on that hip bridge, feet are only hip distance apart. If you look down around your hips and you can see your heels, take your feet closer. About more than halfway through the block. I wish I had encouraging words for you, but my love of pop jocks is so little that it's just hard to tell you, woo! Now that we're through them, though, you guys are killing it. Today, a lot of body weight leg stuff. But guess what? Your body doesn't weigh nothing. That's why we work out, to find our ideal body weight. So when we do these body weight exercises, it feels a lot more balanced. Because, as I always say in class, if you can't move your body through space, how the heck are you expected to do it with weights added on? Ooh, geez. Jeez. Cheese and crackers. My quads are on fire. We'll get a lot of good quad stretches, I promise. There's only 10 of those froggers out. Okay, guys, we're coming up close to where we only have a third of the block left. Again, minimum 2 rounds through. Let's try to find ourselves into that third round. Not waiting for the finish line to catch up to us. Instead, us go barreling towards it. See, we're coming up on the 3-minute mark. That means that we are 3/4 of the way through this block. If we are on a track and working on that 1 mile, like randomly today is the 1 mile benchmark if we were in the studio, this would be the final lap around the track. Finish line is in sight. Let's cross it strong together. "90 seconds, team. Come on. 90 seconds to dig. We are so close." Love it. Nice, Coach Brittany. Nice. Here you go, Taylor. Keep it up, girl. I know, me too. But we're here. We might as well work on it, right? Nice, Leah. Last minute, guys. Last minute. Last block's gonna be shorter. Everything's gonna be timed. And hot diggity dog, we're gonna be on the ground the entire time. Doesn't that sound nice? No, Mel, that sounds terrible because that means something awful is gonna happen. I know, I'm aware. That's how it works around here. Us Orange Theory coaches were kind of like Sour Patch Kids. First we're sweet. And then, you know. Oh no, we're sour first. That's right. She cuts off the pigtail first. We'll be sweet during that flexibility block. In 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Okay, guys, this is the last working block. 7 minutes. All of them are going to be down on the ground. We're thinking core. So what's going to happen here is, come on, I want you to use your pictures. There we go. Crunch through alternating heel touch. Shoulders are off the ground, keeping ourselves lifted through the chest, not through the chin. And the closer those feet are together, the more difficult it becomes. We're then going to hold it in a boat. Okay, let me rephrase that. We'll go through this way and then we'll explain what's going to happen. Sprinter sit up, sitting it all the way up, reaching towards the inside of the opposite foot. If you've taken class with me and you've heard the elbow speech, I'm totally cool with you guys doing it that way instead. Leg raises all the way up. Lower back stays attached to the ground. The minute lower back comes off, that's the end of your range of motion. Bend the knees if we need to. So what's going to happen is we're going to go crunch to heel touch, boat hold. Sprinter sit up, boat hold, leg raise, boat hold, and then we're going to stretch it out in a cobra. So she's probably going to demonstrate the cobra and lift it up. So we're going to have 2 times through the exercises, and then we'll stretch it out, and then we'll do the exercises again. You guys got any questions? Let's get down on the ground. Let's get uncomfortable. Heel touch. Come on, shoulders off the ground. Think about, again, lifting the shoulders off the ground by using the chest, not leading with the chin. Reach for those heels. Tap, tap, tap. Look at that. 30 seconds is done in 5, 3, 2, 1. So sit it up. Heels are off the ground. If we need to, hands can come behind the thighs for support, or you can extend the arms out, but you got to keep the chest up. Think about a magnet in your chest and in your toes. They're pulling each other towards the center. Keep those shoulders down in your back pockets. Hold, guys, hold. I know you're shaky. Means it's working. 5 seconds. And lay it down, sprinter sit-ups. All the way up. Find that foot. Awesome, guys. We're more than halfway through. 10 seconds. We'll go to that boat hold number 2. And boat it up. So what's happening here, guys? Our core is starting to get tired. Again, if you need to, take the hands to the backs of the thighs, but you got to keep the chest up. If we need to, we can always come into a supported boat, fingers ever so slightly behind, or we can put one heel down, or maybe the other heel down, finding ourselves working, but in control. Belly button in, back flat. And 2, 1, lay it down, we're going leg raise. If this starts to make your lower back chatter, just reduce the range of motion or go single leg raise. Nice, team, nice. Keep grooving, we're almost there, 10 seconds. And sit it up. We have our final boat hold before we rest. If you really want to give those lower abdominals a workout, go ahead and squeeze the thighs together. Holding the legs together will make those lower abdominals engage just a little bit more. We got 5 seconds. We're rolling over. In 2, 1. On your tummies, hands underneath your shoulders. Press it up. We should feel the stretch through the through the abdominals. We're feeling in the lower back. Release the butt cheeks or just reduce the range of motion. But always pinching the shoulders back and down, always squeezing the elbows towards the hips. We have about 10 seconds. We go back to the beginning. In 5, so let's lay it down, roll it over, heels to the floor, shoulders up. 1, 2, 30 seconds, guys. This is it. 3 boat holds, 3 core movements. Then we'll stretch it one more time in that cobra. Come on, we're more than halfway through. 10 seconds. And roll it up, hold it up. So first and foremost, head is stacked right on top of the shoulders. We're not reaching forward like Yertle the turtle. We're not tucking it in, giving ourselves 16 chins. I already have double chins. I don't need to help it out any. Shoulders back and down. Come on, hold it, guys, hold it. You got 5, 2, 1, and lay it down. What are we gonna do once we lay it down? Well, of course, we're gonna sit it right back up, sprinter sit-ups. That 2-pack is screaming. Come on, come on. Come on, team, come on. This is 5 seconds. Then we're gonna hold again. And hold. Again, if we need to, we can always adjust holding on to the back of the legs. We can put one heel down. We can go ahead and challenge ourselves by straightening the legs ever so slightly. Can you hold it? In 5, 3, 2, 1. Lay it down, leg raise. I know that was a cruel trick, Mel, giving us those leg holds right here into the leg raises. I know, it's killing me too. If it's pulling on the lower back way too much, find that single leg raise. You'll still work those abdominals. Or we can always bend the knees and tap the heels down. Less than 10. We're gonna find that final boat. And 2, 1, and sit it up. Come on, guys. This is it. It's the last 30 seconds of work, unless you find that cobra to be hard work. So for some of us, flexibility is the hardest work of all. Really think about sitting up tall, the tallest you've sat all day long. 10 seconds. Just breathe. It's all you have to do. Just breathe. 30 seconds. And relax. Hot damn, we're gonna do that cobra one more time because we need it. Hands down underneath the shoulders. Press it up. All you need to do is feel the stretch through the ribs and through the upper abdominals. We may not get into the lower abdominals, that's okay. We'll stretch them out. I'll help you, don't worry. 10 seconds. In 5, we're gonna lay it down, just stay here on the ground. I'm gonna grab my laptop to make it a little bit easier for you to see, but you stay here. And relax. Press it into that kneeling plank and everybody back to child's pose. Let those abdominals relax. Ooh, Nelly. Exit out of you, stop share. Come back to you guys. Hot diggity dog. Okay, dokes. From that child's pose, we're gonna go forward into that kneeling plank. Let's lower it all the way down. Doesn't matter which side we roll over to, just make sure you can see me or at very least hear me. Finding that sexy beach pose, we're gonna reach back and grab for those shoelaces. Squeeze the heel to the high knee and our quad stretch. So think about rolling your top hip forward and squeezing your butt cheek forward and pulling the knee back. Sexy beach pose, hey. Release it out, go ahead and take it to the other side. If you wanna just turn around, that's fine as well. If you wanna roll over, I'm not gonna take off any points for showing your derriere, nor will I take pictures. Go ahead and find that opposite shoelace. I like that you laughed, Carrie, and that I can tell that you laughed even from the back of your head. Oh, that feels so good. Press those hips forward. Squeeze those knees towards one another. Roll that shoulder back a little bit. Release it out. We're gonna roll it all the way over onto our backs. Pull our knees into the chest, hug them close. Rock it left to right and right to left. Free little lower back massage. If any time your lower back is being chit-chatty, especially from sitting on the couch or sitting at the chair for an extra long time, just go ahead and take it onto the floor in a roll. I know it's difficult if you have pets or small children, but that makes it a little bit more fun of an obstacle. Go ahead and put those heels down, and we're going to cross the right ankle over top of the left knee and bring the left knee into the chest here in a figure 4. We did some glute work in those sumo squats, in those froggers. We also hit the glutes in those lunges, as well as those front squats. And then we even did some deadlift work. So everything is all connected from the top of the hips down to the base of the heels. So think about pressing that right knee out. Think about pressing the lower back into the floor. Think about exhaling that left knee just a little bit closer. Let's get a good twist through the spine. So release the left leg, bring the left foot down to the ground. Let the right leg slide over top of it like we were crossing our legs like while wearing a dress. Bring the arms out into our lowercase t arms. Big breath in, exhale, bring the left foot up off the ground and twist everything to the right. Leave the shoulders down upon the ground and let both knees pull to the right hand side. We should feel a little bit deeper a stretch than we just go one knee at a time because the added weight, the added pull of that right leg. Or we should feel a beautiful opening from the left elbow all the way through to the left knee. Bring it back through midline. Relax that left foot down. Uncross the right leg, cross the left over top, big breath in, exhale, figure 4. Once more, we bring those hands behind the leg. If that's not working for us, one hand behind the leg, other hand behind the knee. Judgy watch. I love when it's like, are you finished? Because you're laying on the floor. No, flexibility is the most important block of them all. Okay, we're going to that twist. Slide the left leg over top of the right, prim and proper. Arms are out to the lowercase t. Big breath in. Exhale, both knees to the left-hand side. Go slow. We're not letting those knees just fall over and slump to the ground, but instead using control to keep the right shoulder blade attached to the earth. We should feel a good stretch and opening through that armpit, especially after yesterday's full release push-ups. Go ahead and bring it back through midline. Let those feet come down to the ground. We're going to let the knees fall open and the feet together in our reclined butterfly position. So what ends up happening is now we get this arch in the lower back. I know, I have it too. Trains could cross under this tunnel. So what I want you guys to do is push your elbows down into the ground, lift the shoulders up off the ground and roll them back and down. But the tunnel got bigger. I know, we got to start from the top though. Now pressing through the baby toe sides of your feet and your shoulder blades, lift the hips up off the ground. Tuck the tailbone underneath and pull the belly button in. So like your hips were a snow shovel and you were scooping up in the winter, now press the back, the lower back flat to the ground. But my knees went so high up, I know. Engage the belly button, pull the shoulders down, and then relax the legs. We may still find a tiny little tunnel, but we should be a lot flatter. If we'd like to assist it by taking those hands to the inner thighs, we don't have to press down towards the floor, but if we press away, we're going to find that same release. Just don't let the spine come up off the ground. So many words, and I know that I sound a little extra angry. I'm just trying to enunciate. Go ahead and bring those knees through midline. Go and walk the feet hip distance apart, lift the hips up, shift them to one side, roll on to our other side, continue all the way over into our all fours position. One good cat and cow. Exhale, arch it up. Inhale, scoop it through. Oh, Nelly. Neutral spine, tuck the toes, lift the hips, drop the heels, downward facing dog. Walk it back and roll it up. When we find the top, roll those shoulders back and down, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Round of applause for yourself. Round of applause for your neighbors.